Whose
Mini
turn
D&D
is it to
section.
give the rundown?
Yes, I don't know what fucking happens.
That one. That guy.
It would be Jared's turn.
It will be
Last
Jared's
time.
turn.
Last time.
Jared's turn?
On Dungeons and Dragons.
Do.
After teleporting into the middle of the fucking city, we had Rick. We were talking to by gods about our sudden appearance and, well, a giant and a big ass pterodactyl.
That's a qualis.
That's a qualis, big ass pterodactyl.
So
I sent
Different
Cheddar
things.
off to hang out in the forest when we were in the city, and Rick changed into his orc form and promptly went to his own thing. We then met up with our good old friend Enigma at the renovated bar, and talked for a while. Sweetie and her reconciled, only for that to be dashed later after someone pickpocketed Sweetie's secret admirers letters. You know, from the girls he had, from the 9 girls he had sex with, last night.
casually, it was casual sex, all consensual.
And we also met the Raven Queen, who Roku later tried to bone.
Sweetie cockblocked. is that Roku? Is that the
Roku learned things from the Raven Queen that he may or may not share with the party at some point. Hogarth made a friend with a flower who he is now carrying around and paid 1 gold for. And Roku then broke the door after Sweetie tried to drown himself, forgetting he is god of fish people, able to breathe water. A really stupid fucking suicide weapon.
completely forgot.
We then went to try and solve the problem at the prison to hopefully, because even though Sweetie really pissed off Enigma after she learned he slept with 9 girls the night prior to meeting with her, she was still willing to sign the treaty if we solved the problem in the prison with the people who were stuck being addicted to gambling that didn't exist. We tried to help them, didn't really. Got stuck in a weird place because Sweetie's ring is getting people to Avandra. Kinda. Giving Avandra's influence over people, something like that. We turned out Hogarth actually had the solution the whole time, and that was protecting people with a level 1 spell. That, however, pissed off the big fake person, the Sky Witch, who probably tried to kill us, and almost did, but Sweetie made a deal with her to reset up the big sconce in the throne room. Then we woke up and freed everyone except for Nikolai, since we were able to touch him, from the magic, and then here we are.
And that is where we will start, as you guys sit outside of the each cell that you have now freed from their sort of mental prisons from Avandra to the sort of garden area you were in. And with that, I suppose I sort of leave it up to you guys. What do you do now?
I'm going to go get a guard.
You immediately walk outside, and there stands a man with a spear, standing, waiting for you guys to return.
Hey, yo, we fixed most of the people, but for the guy in the locked door, I'm gonna have to have you open so I can touch him and use the spell.
Well, I don't know. We put that one in a cell for a reason. He's a fighter. He bit me once. Right here. And he shows off a bite wound of flesh that was taken out of his neck.
We will make sure that we are prepared before we open that door.
If you say so.
But the rest of the people are all freed up.
Oh, and he sort of like walks back. Hi, where am I? Will you let me out of here? He's like, oh, you're right. I guess they are sort of normal now. He starts to unsheathe this huge like key ring and go one by one. And the doors swing open, and these people walk out all dressed up in like fancy attire, and they're like looking at themselves like, what the hell? And he finally gets to that back door to the solitary confinement room. Good luck. Opens the door.
All right, Roku. 3, 2, 1, rush him.
3,
Because
2,
all
1,
you do
rush.
is get a touch.
You open the door, and he's currently sitting cross-legged, staring at nothingness. And as you run in, he like looks up quickly and he opens his mouth to speak, and you guys just like collapse into him.
Protection from evil and good.
Oh yeah. He What are you two doing?
Helping you.
What for?
You were being mind controlled.
Hey, I do not know where I am.
You are in the prison in the waterfront.
Who is controlling me?
Avandra, I think. Or is it one of her followers? It's from the casino.
Who are you?
I'm Hogar.
I don't know who I am. I can't remember anything.
That's not good. I look to the party. We should probably find Rick.
Detect Thoughtos?
On?
The guy who can't remember anything. I don't know. Maybe he'll awaken something.
On
I'll hack through his firewall.
Nikolai? Question mark?
You sort of
Yeah.
fade into his mind, and you see what looks to be like the Animus from Assassin's Creed. It's a blank, sort of black, empty space all around you. And all you can see is these tinges of red misting energy at the edges of his vision. As not only can he not remember anything, it seems he has no thoughts within his mind.
Then I will leave his mind. Or leave the void.
One and the same.
And then, in my own big old thinker, are you still there?
Who are you talking to? The sky
The,
in
vo-
which?
the voice in my head. Yeah.
I'm afraid I will be for a very, very long time.
Then tell me, what happened to his mind?
He was a bit more far gone than the others.
Is there a way to get his memories back?
I'm afraid he willingly committed his life to Avandra. And since you took that away from him, you also took away his life.
So, all the followers of Avandra basically give up their minds to her. Is that what I'm hearing?
She certainly has greater access to the minds and hearts of her followers than most.
Can Avandra reverse this?
Of course she can.
I guess we'll have to have a talk.
You hear no response after.
Ending the conversation. So we saved these people's bodies, but if the others are like Nikolai, Vandra reaped them of their minds and memories.
And we should probably get him to Rick.
Who is Rick?
Your mentor?
Oh, okay.
Hey, Nikolai, can you stand up for a second?
Is that me?
I
Yes,
guess,
your name is Nikolai.
Oh, okay.
I guess you wished, but
Throw a punch in my direction. Don't hit me. Just throw a punch.
I don't understand what
Take
want
your
me to
hand.
punch you?
Just punch right over me. Right over my head.
Not punch you over your head?
Punch this circle. I'm just going to hold up my hands in a circle.
And he holds his arms at his side, and with a sophistication only developed through martial arts training, sort of like does it in correct form, sort of turning his punch and just sinks it directly into your hands above your head.
so
Wait, you said that? Did you say it was incorrectly, or like that it was?
No, it looked very
Okay.
proficient for a punch, for sure.
So you still have your muscle memory.
That type of punch you just did is learned through years of training.
I just punched you in the hands.
But that also, there was a lot of power behind that punch. You've mastered how to punch efficiently, I guess is the best way to put it.
Huh. Okay.
What I'm telling you by this is that I don't know what I'm going for.
You still have your
I was
muscle
trying to
memory.
awaken something. You have your muscle memories, so your memories aren't completely gone.
Oh, okay.
Let's find. Do you know what? Can you message Rick, Nikolai? Sweetie, can you message Rick?
Hey, yo, homeboy. Yeah, no.
Come to the prison. We found Nikolai.
Hey, Rick, wherever you are, please come to the waterfront prison. We have a gift for you.
2 seconds.
2 seconds.
1, 2.
Well, not exactly 2 seconds. Expediently quick. All of a sudden, just the half-orc man who you've seen as a disguise, sort of to blend in, comes bursting through the doors, and the guard station in the front immediately. She unsheathed their weapons and take up arms, and he's like,
He's with us.
Guards, Rick, I don't know how to put this lightly, but I just kind of like motion towards the solitary
looks
confinement
past
room.
your head. Oh, Nikolai, you're back. I'm sorry, I'm not entirely sure who you are. The people tell me that you are Rick. And Rick sort of looks back at you guys and goes, what's wrong with him?
He doesn't have any of his memory.
He fell under Avandra's curse. I don't know how to say it. And we saved him. Or we thought we did. We thought we pulled him from the curse, but it turns out she stole his mind.
Ah. Well, what do we do?
I don't know. You being his mentor, I don't know. Thought you might have a way of helping, but also you don't really have a house anymore. So
Which reminds me, what the hell did you guys do?
we got what we came there for.
Why was it that you called me and told me did you make this whole city fall out of the sky?
No. We got what we came there for.
You're saying that, but that doesn't necessarily negate the other option.
And what we came there for released a thing that decided that it didn't want to keep the city floating.
Your
It was-
chief had a being chained up underneath the city for
It
thousands
was
of
actually
years.
a god. And
This is just a lot of
He
information
left.
right now. Give me a sec. Okay. Yep. And you set him free and the whole city fell down.
basically, because he was the reason it was staying afloat, and he left because he was sick of how he was treated.
As a slave.
Okay. Okay.
So we didn't necessarily bring the city down. We just got what we came for, and the reason the city was floating was set free.
Right. You got what you came for. You have mentioned that. Well, I'm glad that you guys are happy. I'll have to figure something out.
I apologize.
I think I've well, it's not like I owe you guys a lot. You did save my life, but you also destroyed my entire childhood home. So I guess I don't want to ask you for anything more in fear you'll, I don't know, light me on fire or kill my
You'll
mom
never
or
do
something.
that.
How did
So, look, I've gone out into the wilderness and survived for months on end before, right, Nick? And he's like, what? Never mind. If you can get his memories back, you let me know. But otherwise, I think Nick's training is about to start for the second time.
Do you want this again? And I'm gonna show him the staff.
Would you rather have the staff or the gold? Because honestly, it's either way.
Oh, definitely the staff.
Okay, you can keep it. The thing is, I don't need it. He's not going to be using a staff for anytime soon. And you see, like, Nikolai, he like bumps into the padded walls and is like, right. So, come on, buddy, come on. He like sort of like saunters out of the room. He moves his arms a lot as he walks because he's not entirely used to it. And like Rick sort of like grabs his hand and goes, "Okay, well, I'm gonna go get him situated."
Alright. Well, sweetie, inside the moment has arrived.
For what?
You gotta go talk to Enigma.
Oh, baby.
I think we have to go put this sconce back in Skotua.
We can do that when we go there before we head to the next plane or whatever.
Might be best if you don't say anything to Enigma. So if you like, we can go.
I think that might be worse.
Hey, yo, homeboy, how much time we got?
Who? Okay, who's
Sky-
homeboy this time?
Sky and Witch is now homeboy.
Well, shan't dilly-dally too long. I have work to do as well.
Does that mean we have a week? Does that mean we have a day? Can we wait a
That's-
year?
You don't know. Just do it as soon as you can, but there's not a particular rush, just as long as it's not an insane amount of time.
Gotcha. Roku, I take out the pen and paper. Not the pen, but the paper. You can go talk to Enigma quick. Just make it quick. Go say hi to your friend. She's probably up there as well.
She left. Also, is there anything you want me to tell her?
No.
I'll
Well,
tell her
I
you're
want you to
sorry.
ask her. No, don't even acknowledge that. Maybe ask for our pets back that are ours.
No.
Why no?
Well, because you see,
It doesn't even like you now.
it doesn't even like you now.
Bro, I fed it a goddamn love potion.
Yeah, maybe that's why.
You forced it a goddamn love potion.
No, that's fair. I
Also-
force fed him love potion number 9. What do you want from me?
You really should. I think that's if you actually are there with us. Instead of not. You know?
Yeah, I know.
I'll ask her
With
to
what's
sign.
happened, she's gonna say no.
No, she said she would sign.
Well, that was before she took a note that I kind of forgot
The
I had.
Raven Queen told us that before we went into the. Do you not remember what happened like 10, 20 minutes ago?
I am afraid.
Yes, but also, yeah, I don't know what was in that note.
Well, the Raven Queen said she was still willing to sign even after that note, so
Well, that also implies that she's basically signing to see us again in the future.
wouldn't that be the case either way? Sweetie, just suck it up. You have to acknowledge your faults at one point or another. If you don't look at them, they'll just fester up and grow worse.
But sometimes time heals wounds.
This is not one of those times.
Roku's the little angel on my shoulder. Hogar's the little devil.
I don't know. Both of them are given like really like good. Like it is either one or the other, but like the wrong option is very wrong. Like
The only wrong option was asking for our pets back.
that's fair. Yeah, showing up and going, "Can we have our pets back?"
Basically, we're the two neutral guys on your shoulder, and then you're the devil.
Hey guys, the real answer.
What about our 55 pounds of block that's rightfully ours?
Oh God.
This is not rightfully ours.
I'm also not going to ask for that because that would not go over well.
We still have the keys to our hotel rooms.
I mean, you can. It was presumed you'd give them back when like you guys meet them again. So
You said there were desks in there, right?
in the hotel rooms, yes.
Presumably with paper.
Yes.
So presumably, could we go back to the hotel?
You certainly can if you would like.
Okay. Fine. I'll go talk to her, but I want to stop back at my room first.
All right.
Okay, so you guys head out.
See.
You guys, walk back outside, move on down the way, and as you do so, Sweetie, you sort of pop back into the hotel. Go up 13 floors. Do you guys go with him, or do you stand on or do you sort of wait?
12 floors.
12 floors?
I'll wait in the waiting room.
Okay. Those of you outside, you see a halfling woman who is like tatted and pierced out. She has like shoulder length white hair, very like trendy, sort of almost goth looking teen. And she seems to be holding a sign that is advertising a magical tattoo parlor that is just opened in the waterfront.
That.
That?
That. I want to go check that out.
Okay.
Should we wait for Sweetie?
Yeah, you wait for Sweetie.
I'm gonna check this shit out too. I don't have my Sweetie has all the money.
Who has all the money?
Sweetie.
I have all the money.
Sweetie has the bag with all the gold bricks.
And I have a pouch full of my own gold.
All right.
All right. Would you guys like to go towards the tattoo parlor?
I'm staying here waiting for Sweetie.
Okay. But Roku?
Yeah, I'm gonna go check out the tattoo parlor.
Okay. As you walk past this sort of like plucky, young, sort of woman, she's like, "G'day, sir. Could I offer you a tattoo?"
I've never had a tattoo before.
"Oh, well, my friend Gavin gives the best in the land. Come on, I've got 6 myself. Only 3 of them are magical, though. You can only like attune to certain amounts."
All right, okay. I'm interested.
"It's right down this way." And as well as she starts to walk, she gestures over to like this sort of darker building that has now been put in the town square. And it doesn't have like a sign or anything, but she sort of gestures in and goes, "You can go in on ahead, or I can come with if you want, if you're shy."
No, it's all right. Thank you.
The little bell jingles as you step in, and this place is like a barber shop of tattoos. It's like very not dark and sketchy as you thought it was. It's a very nice, well lit area. It's got these like all the tables like lined out, and it has this dude with like a towel around his neck, and he's like messing with the different tattoo like tools, like needles and stuff. "Oh, hi. How can I help you?"
I heard you sell magical tattoos.
"We do indeed. I'm afraid they're a bit pricier than our regular tattoos. First of all, my name's Gavin. You're my first customer. What can I get you?"
What kind of magical tattoos do you have?
"Well, how much are you willing to pay for them?"
I have 459 gold.
"Well, that'll certainly get you an uncommon tattoo at best. See, a lot of the tattoos are divided up into several sections: common, uncommon, rare, very rare, and legendary, and all of which have different effects, all of which cost more or less than others."
What effects can I get?
"Well, let's see. We got the ability to write in invisible ink with your bare fingers. We got abilities to disguise you. We got abilities to save a spell in you that you can cast with the tattoo. We got extra AC if you don't want to wear the armor, or if you do want to wear the armor, you can buff your AC with that. We can give you tentacles that shoot out of your chest, although I must argue that one's not very popular with people. The tentacles shooting out of you, it's a bit off-putting, a lot of people say. But I think they're rather fun to look at. You can make your punches stronger and magical. So really, we've got a lot of options. I'm afraid that's all you can afford with your 459. If you wanted to get a bit further going, then there'd be a bit more.
Well, what else do you got
Well,
for a little higher?
well, we have this one sort of ink, and he shows you like this swirling black energy that looks like the portal that the Raven Queen dips in and out of. It's like that sort of blackish gray energy. And he goes, well, when I make a tattoo with this ink, well, you can sort of, first of all, see real well in the dark. You can hide really well in the dark, and you get sort of this ability to reduce the damage you take. You sort of turn ghostly and sort of dark, and it's a very edgy one. If you're not the edgy type, I would not recommend that one. We also got the this, but unfortunately, and by the way, this man's a half orc. He's got this red like war mohawk and a big beard, very like, and he looks to have like sort of sailory tattoos as he motions towards a large anchor on his arm. And he says, "You and I won't need this one because while it does give us resistance to necrotic damage, it also lets us have that all relentless endurance. But we already both have that as well. Very rare. You can absorb a type of damage, become resistant or even immune to it if you're willing to pay for it. And one sort of turns you into a ghost. I'm not quite sure how, but that's about all I can offer. And of course, for 50,000, and he pulls up this ink that is just swirling gold. This one will give you a bunch of charges to either attack a bunch of times or deal a bunch of damage with your attacks, or both at the same time if you wish."
Can't afford that right now, though.
Right, well, you asked, so.
Thank you. How about just a regular tattoo?
Oh, we do those as well. I forgot we offered those.
All right, and I'm gonna describe to him what my clan symbol is. It's the shield with the two crosses of the lightning bolts.
Lightning, yeah.
Yep, I'm gonna put that right.
All right, I can certainly do that. I'm afraid our first asking price is about 50 gold pieces, if you don't mind.
And I'm gonna give him the 50.
All right. And he pulls out this needle. It's very primitive tattooing technology. There are no guns. So each individual line has to be stuck and poked into you and for the ink to dwell into your skin. So it's very, very painful. And you're just sitting there in the tattoo parlor shirtless, staring at yourself in a mirror. And he's like asking sort of questions. He's like, "So how did you get this tattoo idea?"
It's my clan.
Ah, well, I mean, since it's a shield, I mean, I could make it buff up your armor class even more, make you harder to hit.
Does that take attunement?
Probably. Tattoos are crazy these days.
No can do there.
Well, is on.
You have to attune to a tattoo?
Yeah, they're
Magic
basically
tattoo.
permanent magical items. Let me see here. I believe, yes, it does require attunement.
No can do there, Rick.
That's unfortunate. Just thought maybe it would be cool to offer.
Tattoo that allows another attunement slot, though. But then also uses the attunement slot, you know?
Smart.
I call it the tattoo of tattoos.
A tattoo.
Sweetie, this tattoo process takes a while, so you are definitely go up to the room and back down before he's even close to being done. So what are you doing this time?
I get up to the room, open the door, grab some paper, and I start writing. And then by towards the end of the writing, to finish up my, like, fold up the paper after it kind of dries for a bit. No. Yeah.
Okay, I'm just looking at
Hear me
the.
Okay. um yeah, I write the letter and then
Okay.
pocket the letter on my person
Right, in your shirt pocket.
in my shirt pocket.
As you come back down, you see Hogar waiting, but Roku is currently absent.
Where's Roku?
Roku.
What?
He's in the tattoo parlor.
Where's the tattoo part? What?
I was pointing to the tattoo parlor.
Yeah, down the street, there's a newly opened tattoo parlor.
Well, I want to go see the tattoo parlor.
Roku, you hear the door ring again. He goes, "Oh, customers, welcome, welcome."
Is he currently like tattooing him?
Yeah, he's currently sticking colored needles into Roku's chest.
Damn, I
Yeah,
was
that
gonna
would
go over.
Oh no,
and
we
puncture the
do
tattoo.
all black tattoos. We hate color.
Not colored. My bad.
Not colored.
I meant colored ink.
So-
as in
Yeah, it's
ink.
gross.
No, it was definitely a green and yellow tattoo.
Mhm.
Well, what's this? And I just kind of like start tapping his chest, like where he's not.
Oh,
Thrilling.
all right. Yeah, excuse me. I'm with a customer at the moment. Look,
Don't worry. We're friends.
Oh, you know this guy?
Yeah, dude.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah, okay.
You guys want to get matching tattoos? That's something me and my friends did.
Well, what was your matching tattoos?
He sets the needle down on the table, pulls his shirt up, and you see this huge mural on his chest of a long-necked, full-color red dragon spewing fire out to the upper chest, and it rends its way all the way down, and it's spreading its wings outwards.
Your friends have a run-in with the dragon, or?
I would just think that cool. You begin sticking it
Gotcha.
into your chest once more.
We'll continue to do that. Yeah.
He does good work, sweetie. You should get one.
Oh, what type of tattoo should I get?
He sells magical tattoos, believe it or not.
Oh, I sell magical tattoos.
I mean, something if we're gonna get rid of that ring.
Makes you stronger. Some of them
Well,
faster.
what
more
type of magical tattoos you got? And I hold up the bag and I pull out a gold ingot.
He's like poking and oh, he sets it down and and he starts like looking through this book. What's your price range, I suppose?
Well, I probably shouldn't sell two or pay with too many of these. We don't have that many. But this right here is 2,500.
Well, that can get you all the way up to rare, probably.
Well, what's a rare tattoo?
I got Shadowfell magic that'll make you stealthier. I got resistance to necrotic damage and harder for you to murder.
Relentless endurance.
Relentless endurance. I got magical unarmed strikes that give you a +1 with your hands. I got tentacles that will reach out of your chest and grapple and punch anything in your way. Is that a particular interest to you?
Oh yeah, he loves tentacles.
He loves tentacles.
Oh, well, that's great. I'm thinking, right, we put on the chest some sort of like kraken-like configuration, and the tentacles are just a part of it. And when you snap, the tentacles come to life, as opposed to just the tentacles swirling around on the chest. We've got to make it look good as well as functional.
Can the tentacles look something like pull out the tentacle rod?
Yeah, I can make that work.
Okay. Oh, you might not want to touch this thing, and I put it back in the bag.
Was not
Just-
planning on it.
Smart.
Now,
Smart.
unfortunately, this is we're asking 500 gold pieces for this tattoo, as it is animating tentacles out of your chest is not a very easy task by most standards.
Oh, yeah. Well, take 20% of this block. That would be about 500.
You're acting like that's an easy thing for people to do, sweetie.
Sorry, what
Find
did you
this enough. You said 500 gold.
Yeah,
That would take 20% of this ingot.
I'm afraid I'm not sure how I
When do you
can take.
expect them to take it apart, sweetie?
Can you give me 2,000 gold and change?
I'll check. And he runs into the back room, and as you hear like metal clanging and gold coins like shh, shh.
You're gonna make him
Breaks
count
open some
2,000
of those
gold
paper
pieces?
rolls. Just ding.
He holds this bag that's like bulging with coins. I think this is it.
Oh, here. I hold up the ingot.
Oh, interesting. And he goes and puts that back where they put the coins and comes back out.
And I
Coiling
just,
grasp tattoo coming right up. So as he's finishing up the shield on Roku's chest, he says, "So what do you want the tendrils to look like? Do you want them? What do you want the whole thing to sort of resemble?"
I do like the Kraken idea. Maybe like a Kraken, a dying Kraken, getting murdered by. Are you familiar with what the Kuatoans look like?
And he like sort of eyes widen. Yes, I know the Kyotoans.
Have those killing the Kraken.
All right.
So you want me to just I motion to take off my shirt?
Yeah, go and sit on
You
the
have to
table
take
over
your
there.
armor off first, sweetie.
Yeah, you gotta
Yeah.
first the armor, then the sweater, and then I can get to you.
Yeah, armor and then sweater, revealing my gills. Just
Roku eventually the tattoo gets done, and he puts like sort of these bandages over top of it. For best healing, you want to rebandage that thing every day. But frankly, I think you'll be fine no matter what.
I regenerate pretty easy. Not too big of a deal.
Exactly. Sweetie, he comes over to you with a long vial of liquid as he starts to shake it up. All right, now lay down nice for me. And as he pulls out a needle, and as opposed to just the point having ink, it itself is coated in ink. And he begins to just rub it on your chest in circular motions. And none of it transfers. But he continues to just, "Do you guys like to party?"
Another day.
I only party with my pig.
What?
Party pig.
All right. I like to party myself.
I'm sorry, aren't you supposed to be stabbing me over and over?
I am. Listen, so I don't come into your
No, I'm not. I've just
halfling hole and tell you how to do your job.
well, you see, just all the tattoo. I've heard people say that tattoos are really painful.
Well,
I
I can make it painful if you want. And
no, I'm not asking for pain.
takes
I'm
a flask off of his belt as he continues rubbing it on your chest.
I just sit in silence because I don't want to piss off this guy and then start stabbing me just to stab me.
Oh, well, while you're doing this, Hogar, you want to go to the bar?
Sure, he's at the bar.
The one underneath where Enigma is.
Yeah, we'll wait for you there.
Perfect. Yeah, I'm gonna go leave 2 gold on his counter, wherever the counter is, for a tip.
Yeah. All right. Perfect. He will presumably encounter those later when he's not busy at the moment. So the two of you go to the bar as Sweetie gets things rubbed on his chest for a while. Is there anything you would like to do there? Do you go see Enigma now, or?
Wait for Sweetie. I'm gonna go get a drink in the bar.
Right. Even in the daytime, this bar is bumping constantly. You don't know where the music is coming from, as there's no live band, but there is presumably music playing very loudly. And the guy leans over. What can I get you?
I'm just gonna point at the closest bottle,
2 gold.
and I slide it across.
And a couple of glasses he sets for you and Hogar in front of him.
And I pour for Hogar and myself.
Thank you.
You guys drink, and like in a nondescript amount of time later, you guys sort of sit and wait. And all of a sudden, you guys both feel a hand on your shoulder at the same time. And as you turn, you see the Goliath war-painted face and the dreadlock-wearing Lokag that you met last night. Again, for the first time in a while. And he simply says, "Your boy fucked up," and begins to walk up the stairs.
I know.
Yeah.
With that, Sweetie, he's like, "All right, you ready?"
Ready for...
And he shoves the entire needle into your chest.
You said it was like a thick...
Yeah, it's like
a...
like 5 inches, 6 inches long. Just this thing becomes an inkwell of blackness as it starts to swirl, looking like the abyssal, sort of darkness of a water, the big abyss of nothingness. And all of a sudden, it's this big sort of tentacle shapes that start to pull themselves out and like grasp towards your shoulders almost. And you see the fish people of Kuatoa stabbing at this giant squid with a big circular mouth filled with spiky teeth. All right.
Does it hurt?
No.
Did that hurt?
No, it did not. The initial jab, it felt like you got stabbed, and all of a sudden it boom, faded out over across your skin.
Is there a mirror in here?
Yes, it's like a barber shop, like there's one facing you. So as you sit up, you look at this thing. And even as it sits, it's sort of the tendrils sort of like move on your chest. It's floating absently in the water. Well, I hope you like it. It's a lot harder to get it off than it is on.
It's a lot better than I was actually thinking.
Right, don't use those tentacles for harm, all right?
Sure.
I saw the tentacle stick in your bag. Just, be careful.
God, don't worry, buddy. Probably come back here sometime and get another one.
Well, that'd be great. You don't need to call me buddy. My name's Gavin. My name.
Thanks, Galvin.
If you ever want a party, you can call me.
Maybe I can get a dragon tattoo on my back, and I'm just kind of like walking out.
Fuck yes, brother. And he goes to like high five you as you leave. And as you leave, he like nods and like looks at the gold, and he's like, as he has a very successful first day.
Well, yeah, okay, yeah.
With that, I am gonna pee real quick, and then we will cut back to Sweet the boy.
Your boy fucked up. No.
Your boy fucked up. We
Okay.
know.
I offered to do it for you. I don't know if she's gonna try and kill you or not. I'm scared for you.
Guys, I don't wanna
Do it.
It's not.
Well, you gotta
Guys.
face that you made a mistake.
Guys.
Show her your new tattoo. Maybe she'll think it's sexy.
Yep. Take your shirt off as soon as you see your ex-girlfriend.
Take off my shirt and just tentacles.
But also don't mention what you use the other tentacles for.
Oh boy.
If
Oh,
I
yeah.
attune to the tentacle stick and then use my tentacle chest.
It's like triple the women.
Triple whammy.
How many tentacles are in the chest?
Cause the tattoo to extrude in inky tendrils, which reach for a creature you can see within 15 feet of you. I think it's just one,
Okay.
as it is sort of it's basically a melee attack that
Gotcha.
also can grapple them.
Okay.
I can send you the stats. So, Sweetie, as you walk in, you see Hogar and Roku sort of chowing down on this nice fine bottle of something dark, something that makes your chest feel warm. And yeah, you can barely hear anything as the music starts to boom.
I walk up, look up at them, and let's just get this over with.
Stand up, hand him my glass, and look at the barkeep and point at the bottle. I'm gonna put the gold on. I'm gonna take that with me upstairs.
Head upstairs with them.
Wait, did you say you handed me a glass?
Yeah, I handed you my glass that was full, and got another bottle.
By the way, it is dwarven whiskey.
Heck yeah.
Dwarves like their whiskey.
It's like nice, kept to age in a dwarven barrel for years and under the grounds in the mines of whatever, because it's dwarves. And, yeah, so it's real strong. With that, you guys go open these sort of cellar doors up to the room in front of you, and you see Enigma and her friends in the same places they were yesterday.
I'm gonna do the same thing I did yesterday, except not sit in the middle of them.
I'm gonna go see my best like I did yesterday.
You brought the dwarven whiskey.
Yeah, you want a bite? And I'm gonna pour his glass.
You're not so bad now compared to what's his face.
It's gonna be ugly.
Bind, shackles, scare up. No.
And sort of Gesh sort of like leans over as you guys say this and he goes, "He's gonna blow it." Right,
Nice.
we've had an idea all morning. Like, he's got to come in and say the right thing, and he's totally gonna blow it.
You know what? I think he's gonna blow it too. It's gonna be bad.
Well, let's drink to this disaster. And he like starts to like sip as he stares behind him. So, any updates on the situation?
It's fixed.
They're all cured.
I'm glad to hear
I
that.
approach and I pull out the paper. Just
What's that?
the meeting signatures from all the town representatives.
Bring it here. You make the long trek across the room, stepping very slowly. And as you do so, she like reaches out towards it, who's floating directly, sort of right next to her, and she like calms him as you approach, as he stares at you wide-eyed again. Nightshade as well, sitting to the left. And she snags the papers out of your hands. Signs, hands the papers back to you.
Thanks. Yeah, I put it in the bag, and then I take out my letter that I wrote upstairs. Is there like a table?
There's like tables around the room, but not one sort of in front of her. She's up in this sort of like throne-like chair.
Then Then I'm gonna turn around and I'm gonna exit the room.
Do you
And
give
I'm
her
gonna
the
s-
note?
I'm gonna set the note on the closest table to the door.
Okay. The silence as you walk away and you pull out and she says, "Wait." I'm sure you wanted
Turn
these.
around.
She holds out some pieces of paper as well.
I don't have red ring telekinesis them to me. I'm gonna hold them.
Mm-hmm. It is the note that Cindy left you, as well as the accompanying envelope that is now ripped open, contents of which you still don't know what are inside.
Prestidigitation. Them on fire. Drop it on the ground and exit the room.
You step out of the room. Could you put the fucking fire out, one of you, please? What the
Jesus
hell?
Christ. I go and stamp it out.
And she's like, sort of like, I understand the gesture, but I mean, that's a hazard. Like, this whole building is wood, all of it. The floors, the tables, everything's wood. And she's like, do I care enough to read the note that he left?
Your decision to make.
I have no idea what's in it.
Well, frankly, I'm not too happy with him.
Understandable.
I was hoping maybe he'd come here and try to make it up.
Well, you know how he is. He is sorry.
It's just like last time. I do know how he is. But until he gets over himself and learns how to act correctly, I'm afraid I don't want him around.
Oh, good enough. And I'm gonna pour the dude next to me another nip, and myself a nip, and leave it and get up and leave.
And he's like, "Oh, you're leaving so soon?" Yeah, I mean, like you guys can stick around still, you know, like.
Oh, well, if it's not gonna be awkward, then
Yeah, it's
sure.
fine. And yeah, honestly, it's all right up here. We can get our drinks for free.
Shot. I'm gonna point at Enigma,
Shot.
and I'm gonna
What?
pour a shot glass. And I'm gonna take it to her.
To the, what are you calling your little foundation of the towns and
I don't know, something about a round table.
the round table? And would you guys like to continue drinking with Enigma, Gesh, and Lokag?
Yeah, let's party.
Fuck you.
I don't drink an
At
extreme
one
amount.
point, if it gets so bad, I'm gonna go find the tattoo guy and bring him up.
So you guys start like serving around drinks, and she's like, I'll call downstairs. You want more of that dwarven wine, or dwarven, not wine. I'm already drunk. That dwarven whiskey, what's it called? Thog Reserve. I'll get us some more. Smashes the bottle on the floor. And you guys start to talk, and then eventually, Lokag just, all right, we need to settle this. And he puts his arm up on the table.
I have been waiting for this, and I'm gonna.
Roll athletics check.
Oh baby, a 29.
I need you to roll another athletics check as you begin to just immediately push it the wrong way, and the panic sets in his eyes. He's like, God damn it!
That's less of an oh baby. 18.
Yeah, that is his natural 20. So immediately just like, and he gets you on to a complete opposite direction. And Gesh is like, go, get him, Lokag, as like they start freaking out. Enigma walks over, like double fisting these bottles, and like sets one on the counter. And I need you to roll another athletics check.
Roku.
Oh, natural 20.
With advantage, you got a 12 and a 3. And Cash like, oh! All right, fine.
There you go, Roku. You
I'm
did it.
gonna offer him another drink. I'm just gonna grab the weird bottle and hand it to him.
Yeah, thanks. If all it takes to get free booze is to lose to you, then I'm a loser any day. And they start drinking some more. A couple, almost an hour of this goes by. Sweetie, what do you do after?
I guess I go down to the bar. I wait for like 5 minutes, realize they don't come, and then start drinking by myself.
Yeah, and that you do as you just sit on the stool and like sort of pout by yourself. Eventually, upstairs, you guys get into talking about your adventures. Right, and what was the name of that guy that got killed on the ship?
See, I always hear about this.
Oh,
but I
you
wasn't
weren't there
around
yet.
for it.
I don't
Oh,
know.
God.
He had a parrot.
Yeah, that guy.
Did I write his name in my journal?
And his accent was like almost like I felt like he was faking it every time. It sounded a little different.
I do have it here.
Varys.
Not Cornelius.
Ferris was a different guy on the boat.
That guy. Fucking fireballed us all to hell. Hey, you guys. Look, I'm cool with you guys hanging out or whatever, but like, you all kind of stole my ship like 3 times.
We are so sorry about that.
That's, you know what? I just like you were probably like, oh, we just got off the ship, we can hop back on, but like you didn't check with me, like you just, And she sort of like starts to like walk back around the room as it floats next to her, and she like gives him sips every once in a while, and she looks at the note that Sweetie left before he left, and you guys want to read the note?
You know what?
I mean, it's your choice.
His note. I was really happy with the queen last night, and he kind of blew that for me.
Oh
So,
yeah,
yes.
she told me that, and Lokag goes, "Oh, you sneaky bastard!" as he starts to. Yeah, what the hell are you guys doing?
Last night.
Just having a drink.
So what? You and the queen are together now? Do I got to worry about that?
Well, I don't know. It ended kind of early.
Anyway, if anyone has to worry about it, it's me. And
What for?
just with the amulet.
Ah, you guys, you know what? It's so weird that you guys are together because, like, you all want different stuff and you, like, hate each other's, like, dads or whatever, but you like, it's so weird you guys are together with so many conflicting little backgrounds.
Well,
Dear Enigma, I'm sorry that you found this letter. What? This letter? I forgot this was given and don't know what it contains. Oh, you want to know what I found in that envelope?
Was it the smut?
It was goblin titties.
Drawn?
goblin titties.
It was a goblin splayed out on a couch, revealing her bosom.
She
Who the hell wants to
somehow
look at
had
that?
a drawing of herself.
It was like officially commissioned painting material. Like she had to model for it.
Goblin titties.
Giddies.
Over
As far as the eye can see.
Giddies. Who the hell wants to look at giddies?
Male goblins, I'm guessing.
You want to know what you got? You want to know what you
Well-
guys? And then she like sort of like puts her arms around you guys. Like, I never thanked you for getting me out of that jam back in the old waterfront when it was all I was kidnapped or whatever.
Yeah.
I'm sorry we couldn't make it sooner.
Ah. Live and let live, right?
Well, actually, I died.
Oh, fuck. Sorry.
Well, we're all alive now, and
Fuck yeah! It's a being alive, right? Ah, clink, 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 clink.
Yeah,
Cuts down to
wonderful.
Sweetie. You sit there staring. And eventually... Actually, shit, I got work to do today, you guys. You should get out of here. I have a couple of meetings to attend. How are you gonna call me when the time comes for this meeting?
We got magic ways to do it.
Perfect. Anyways, I gotta go sober up for a second. Lokag, and he's like, yeah.
I can sober you up.
You can what?
I can make you sober.
How?
Magic.
All right, I'm interested.
Shake my hand. Lesser restoration.
Again, all of her pores open, and all of the alcohol content in her blood just shoots out in this liquid barrage around her. Whoa. That was incredible.
Yep.
Hogar, thank you. Roku, thank you. I hope you guys, hope everything goes well for you guys. And you guys alone.
Mm-hmm.
party on. I'm gonna.
She starts to like step out to the roof and goes, "Oh, you're never getting your adamantine back, by the way."
We stole it anyways.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. I wish Roku really with that you should be thankful without asking us for the stuff back.
What?
I whisper to you we should be thankful they're not asking us for that stuff back.
Very true.
We walked down to the main bar area.
Isn't it
Gesh
like
is,
noon?
yeah. You guys woke up about like 8. It's probably about noon now, and you guys as you leave, Lokag and Nema go up, but Gesh sort of goes, "Bye, guys. It was very fun to have people to talk to again."
Till next time, you party animal.
Nah, you guys. You guys walk down the stairs. The bumping music has now changed, as it's very just like slow, dramatic, sad drinking music. Like a little bit of a twang on a lute as you hear, and it's like this what is basically the fantasy rendition of country music is playing right now. And he's singing about how he lost his dog and his wife and his carriage. Everything is terrible.
Oh,
And
not his truck.
See, he's sitting there on the counter, half passed out.
I'm gonna walk up to him and slop over whatever bar stool's there. I'm just gonna go, you fucked up on that one, buddy.
You guys took your sweet time.
They're nice people. You can't blame me.
I get up. I'm exiting the bar. We got places to be.
Getting out of the bar.
I lift myself off the stool I just sat down on, which took a great deal of effort.
Yeah, it's a rough noon you have ahead of you.
And I exit, meet him out on the street.
Yeah, you guys do. The sort of remnants of the music playing in the background, singing about how those damn mind flayers ate his dog.
They met my face too. Interesting.
Where did Cheddar go off to?
He's in the forest. Wait, I look up to the hotel. Is
He's
there
not
two-
currently at the hotel.
All right, he's in the forest.
Do you gesture to an area
The
of forest?
forest.
Or?
I walked towards where I found Trina last time.
Okay, it's a long jaunt out into the woods, but eventually you stumble upon him sort of hiding behind some leaves he scattered on the ground to try to like blend in with his surroundings. As he's laying flat against the forest floor.
Good job, Cheddar. Nicely hidden.
He perks up at you and gets excited like when a dog jumps at you, but is Quetzalcoatlus. So he starts to like flap his wings and like jump towards you, and you're like, ah, as he's towering above you, and the wind hits you and starts blowing your
good
back.
boy. So, back to scope 2-1.
Oh,
I
there's
just
no
look
way
at
I
Rogan.
made that walk. There's no way I made that walk.
You bring the Quetzalcoatlus back through town, trudging it.
You have the staff so you can just fly on a cloud.
Don't drink and fly. Jesus Christ.
They have
I know.
specific laws against that,
Fuck.
or at least flying on dinosaurs.
You want me to sober you up?
No, don't touch me.
Well, how are you get back to scope 2-1?
All right. Come on.
Oh
Ian.
God, no!
What? One hand on the pterodactyl's hand, one on Roku's shoulder.
I'm gonna try my best to think about Sarask
Hmm.
and teleport us there.
Okay, roll me a percentile die.
Don't drink and warp.
23.
I assume you are fine, but I'll just. You said 23.
23.
As you think about this, you think of the main room that you're supposed to be in, and then as you teleport, the memory of how you guys originally found Skotua hits you in the mind, and you remember coming in through the pipe in the ceiling, and then all of a sudden you guys and you spawn 10 feet above the ground in that main room, and you all just and hit the floor, tumbling.
How are we getting Cheddar out of here?
You all take 2 points of bludgeoning damage for those of it that affects. Roku.
Do we have our
is
current
attacking.
health from last time, like in the mind era?
No.
I have like, even if we did, I would have like 75 health.
Well, because I had 4 hit points back in there, so.
Oh yeah, you don't regenerate.
No,
Oh, you were
was-
down. Yeah, I don't know. What
I
you're
was
talking about.
down. I don't. Yeah. Okay. Never mind. I'm dumb. And I reach for my bag, and I walk over to the throne we own. Any objections?
I don't think it's a good idea, but I'm too drunk to do anything about it right now.
I think it's a bad idea, but you already made the deal anyways.
Yo, homeboy. Is
Yes, 'tis I, homeboy.
Zai, your home boy.
what exactly is going to happen when I place the sconce down?
An agent will appear to maintain and make sure that the deal does not get loopholed by you, because I know you're thinking about how to get out of this deal. But nothing. Besides that.
We put down this sconce. Are we opening a portal to the abyss or hell somewhere?
No.
Is it lying to? Can I make an insight
Yeah,
check
roll
with
an
my
insight
own
check.
brain?
Roll an insight
You're
check with
lying.
disadvantage.
You bitch! I was like, that's a nat 20, but fuck. Okay, still a 16 insight. That's gonna be a 19.
Fuck yeah, sweetie.
You don't think anything's gonna pop up, but that doesn't mean that she's not being specific in your contract. There's always like you said it doesn't open a portal to hell or anything. She can just be like, oh yeah, maybe, depending. The distinctions of what's gonna happen are very loose.
Is this person gonna be hostile towards us or our current goals?
They are merely an agent to maintain the deal. They will not attack you in any way unless you will attack them or try to break our deal.
Well, let's hope we can live in harmony. And take out the scones.
The sconce, yes.
Scones. And throw it on the floor.
Oh, specifically, where do you throw it?
She said next to the throne, so I just kind of throw it next to the throne.
As you this thing rolls, still sort of beaming with that energy, and as it does so, it sort of and kicks itself upright and cements itself into the ground as it's like attracted to one singular spot on the floor. It sits at the right hand of where that throne is, and while it is a very lackluster throne, there is indeed like a pedestal leading up to it. So there is sort of a place that is right next to it, and there it stays. And for the first few seconds, nothing happens. But then this beam of red light shoots into the air, and you see this creature step out. And it is full metallic armor with little tiny wings, one beady center eye, and basically, I'll send it to you guys what this
A
this thing
Modron?
looks like. Not quite.
$5.50 per delivery. Oh,
It is
no.
it is almost the size of the room. Like the height wise, it is very, very large. And
Thinking
it
about large, how is Cheddar fitting in here?
this room is pretty large. It's about 20 feet tall, so she fit fine. He fits fine.
I'm gonna try and lead Cheddar outside.
Okay. Cheddar sees this giant thing appear in front and looks very skeptically at it as well, as it just stands and stares at all of you with its eye that darts back and forth.
Hello?
It maintains its stares, but does not say anything. In fact, the more you look at it, you're not sure if it has a mouth.
Whoa, you're ugly.
Any words said to it immediately warrants a flick of its eye that you can see the red veins as he turns.
Well, Roku, didn't you say you wanted some sort of big giant protecting this place?
Yeah, but that thing's ugly.
Give him a chance.
Sir, miss, ma'am, are you you're not gonna be like hurting people, right? Because we're kind of planning on having peaceful meetings here.
Eyes darting back and forth. Suddenly, you hear words amplified as if sounding like over a speaker. It has sort of like a graininess on it, as if being talked into a microphone. I am here peacefully. I must watch to make sure all contracts are maintained. And the noise settles again.
Where are you from, Metal Man?
He looks at you again and stares you down with his one giant eye.
I'm gonna get up and go walk up to him.
No, God, no.
You walk up to him and just
I'm just gonna pound on his leg.
He takes just a step back.
Where are you from, Metal Man?
No answer as you get stared at further.
That's
Um,
rude.
Sir, I hate to intoxicated, so I apologize for him hitting you. Can you like talk more, or like why? This feels kind of like a one-sided thing here.
This is awkward. Read the room.
Continues to stare.
Um,
I'm gonna approach the sconce.
He's currently standing in front of it.
Isn't he like giant?
Yes, but there is a
Like-
large space between his legs.
I'm gonna walk through his legs.
Sir, what are you doing? Please step back.
I want to look at it. What's it doing?
And he sort of like steps around to stare at you now as he turns towards you. You walk over to it and it is just sitting there, slowly sort of it's almost like misting these particles of red energy up, similarly to how it did before you guys destroyed the original two sconces.
Didn't it like shoot upwards with like a solid beam, or am I just remembering that wrong?
That was when things show up through it, yes, but
Okay.
otherwise it just
Oh,
sort of
God.
has this residual energy.
I'm just gonna touch it.
You hear, for the second you touch it, those echoes of
They don't sound friendly.
you look up at the man who's staring over you, just absolutely just dwarfing you in size.
I'm gonna go sit in the 2 gold chair and stop talking.
He takes steps to reposition himself to continue staring at you as you sit in the chair.
I'm gonna take out the tentacle throne and place it next to the 2 gold chair.
The tentacle what?
The one we got from the mind flares.
We stole a chair that was meant for a mind flayer from the. I have.
You said
I
it was
have-
worth more than 2 gold.
I remember I know what you're talking about. I just don't remember the particular instance of a chair. I do recall me saying that it's worth more than 2 gold though. I do remember that. I don't remember when it was given, but I do recall.
It's like the tentacle with like the 2 like tentacle slots, so it's like weird for human
Right.
thighs.
Oh yeah.
Yes, it's like got Squidward leg slots, and you
Yeah.
only have 2 legs, so it's very strange. Okay, if you shove Roku's chair to the side, you can actually fit both of them on top of this platform.
Yeah, just 2 chairs. We can put a love seat up there.
You just put one on the wall for Hogar.
As
Like
soon
an
as he,
upside
like,
down chair.
as soon as he like motions, I'm just gonna like obnoxiously scoop the chair over while I'm sitting in it.
Hogar, do you do anything while outside with Cheddar?
So this is the forest cheddar. You can just fly around here whenever you want, and if someone tries to kill you, you just get
And immediately takes off.
temple.
You give him the
Alright.
instructions to fly, and he just becomes soaring over, checking out the horizon.
All
It's
right.
not to kill anyone, right?
With all the squeaking chair noises that happen, you guys hear footsteps coming up from that room behind you. And, oh, Roku, good, you're back. Dench enters with a clipboard in hand. We have to discuss the cost and the rates of maintaining the tanks.
That's a very good idea.
I'm gonna look over at Dench and just kind of be like,
Right,
like-
so I hired on a couple of extra staff. I have Boothgart Glom from the mining company, who, since we're paying his wage here, he gives us a discount on the materials and ores we need to ship. But we also have Chester Mortimer. He's the inventor of the elevator, like the one in the Crimson Clover. You ever been there?
He invented that.
Yes, that was Chester.
He's a smart man.
Anyways, we also have Chip and 2 kobolds for our construction staff. They're unskilled. Your wages per month are going to cost 66 gold pieces. We can make 6 tanks a month, which is going to be 1 every 5 days. It takes 25 gold to keep this place maintenance running up per day. 45,000 per ore and the gold per month, and 20,000 for the ammunition and weapons per month.
Are we gonna be able to afford that next month?
Well, this month, if we start production now, will cost 390,816 gold pieces.
Oh God. Okay. And when can we ship out the first tank?
In 5 days after we start.
And remind me, when can we start?
Now,
That perfect. Let's do it.
do you
The
guys
faster
have the gold?
we could.
What about that adamantine?
I mean, I thought that was just for me to. No, that's fine. I misinterpreted what that was all for.
Do we have more gold, sweetie?
Does that amount to 390,816 gold pieces?
It amounts to 325,000. So
Might
we're
have to only
short.
do 5 tanks this month.
Well, can we fork up some more gold, sweetie?
I have another 12,000.
Oh boy.
Did we steal Gronk's hammer?
I guess, yeah, you did strip him of all of his things.
How much does Warhammer weigh?
Good question. A Warhammer would. How do you know how much adamantine costs per pound?
5,000.
It says 2 for weight. It's 2 pounds.
It's 10,000 gold. So we're still short.
If we
I thought
run
it
out
was a
of
lot
loss,
heavier than that.
if we run out of loss, and I checked with 2 sources, they both say 2 gold or 2 pounds. If we run out of loss for this first month, dangerous things might happen. Oversights can be made. People might drop out.
Okay, we have a Warhammer of adamantine. Sweetie's wearing adamantine, but it's
Wait.
his adamantine.
Wait. We have enough to make the first tank, right?
I guess.
If we sell the first one and get paid for it, like, immediately,
Mm-hmm.
then could we use the funds from our first tank to further...
Delivering the tanks is up to you guys. We just make them.
Maybe we could have, oh God, Chief Posar
Nice.
come. And we can unveil our first tank to him and offer it to him to buy the same day.
All right.
Does that work?
I think so.
It looks like we have a plan.
Also, not to scare you, but this guy is gonna be kind of protecting this place, kind of.
He just like looks up. I didn't even notice.
He's mainly protecting this sconce, but I think he's friendly. If we don't to mess with the sconce or him.
Okay.
Make sure you tell
slowly
Chip.
sidesteps. I will certainly do that as he runs back down.
What a nice fucking guy.
Yeah. So what exactly did placing this do?
Are you asking the voice in your head?
I'm asking homeboy.
Home. You will find out in due time.
Well, I mean, this we're also kind of making this place our homes. So I just ask that it's not.
Not what?
I mean, this place is like our home, so I just ask that whatever we did isn't lethal to us or our business or this town we're creating.
I'm afraid we gifted you and your friends with the gift of life. And we could revoke that if you're unhappy with your services.
I'll keep this here. I just want our business, our plan for this continent, this city, this business, this town to go unconflicted by your guys' plan.
I'll talk to you if there's any problems.
Fine. So, Roku, now what?
I'm gonna sit here until I feel better.
And with that, I suppose we have a bit of downtime, or until you guys decide to basically do anything. And to that, I open the floor to you guys as to what you would like to do.
Talk to the rose a little bit, I guess,
Right?
and see if the trees around speak too.
You as you talk to the trees, you notice they're a lot less friendly than the rose. As you go over, you start to like commune with the winds, and you greet yourself to the trees. Hey, look at this fucking guy. Oh, this fucking guy, I tell you. Hey, we saw you coming in hot. Hey, think your shit's all hot. Coming in, shooting people with your bow, and all the demons were gone. You want to know what, buddy? I like the demons better. That's what I was gonna say. I like the demons better than you. This fucking guy over here.
I'm gonna turn him into a house.
It seems this land has been affected by the demon incursion, and the plant life themselves even appreciates the abyssal natives.
Well, fuck them. Otherwise I'm just hanging out with Rose and Cheddar.
All right. Anybody else? What would you like to do today?
Nothing today for me.
No, not really anything. Maybe go off into like a random corner of the temple and try and like activate my chesticles.
and you squeeze your boobs together. This thing, while only one tentacle, rivals in size to the giant construct in the building as it shoots out of your chest and warbles around. This is not 3 smaller tentacles that shoot out of your little stick. This is a almost like what you would assume is a kraken-sized tentacle. Like this thing is huge and it's black, very big and round. It's like from the Ben from the Umbrella Academy when he like, you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Very similar. And then after you're done, it slurps itself back up into your chest.
Well, that was worth it. I really don't know what else to do for today.
With that, slowly things
Maybe-
progress into a long rest where you guys, sort of find your places around this Temple of Sarask. And slowly, Roku, you sleep off any intoxication you have as you all wake up in the morning. With, again, little to no agenda on the mind. Does anyone have anything to do?
I go find the other 2. So what plan are we going to next?
We aren't really in a rush for that.
Well, then what are we doing next then? Not going to a plane.
I think spending some time on the material plane could benefit us. We need to get our business up and running. As
Business
well
up and
as-
running. Go talk to the other leaders.
We need to be stronger, faster, better,
Harder.
Harder. before the great conclusion to our story.
Yes.
So I say we just take it slow until then.
All right.
So, I guess you guys aren't really familiar with the Platinum City, Midrock, Balkara, Algerin, or Palewind either, right?
No, we sent Krevaku to search out the Platinum City, right?
See what's happening over there. Yeah.
How long ago was that?
2 days ago. Maybe.
He's a quick guy. Maybe he'll be back soon. For today, I kind of wanted to make Clegane some armor. And with that, I'm going to toss him out.
Yeah, a lion explodes out of the ceramic before you and crashes to the floor.
I don't know what you guys want to do. We need to get Pozar on board for 1 tank. Other than that, I don't really have anything pressing.
So, here's another thing I've been kind of thinking of. So, if we're gonna make this base into an actual city, we should probably extend the city south to meet the lake. Does that lake have a name?
Not that you know of, no.
Yeah, the lake just south of us. And maybe we can try and create a canal, like a big river, like a man-made river,
I know
Sounds
what
like-
a canal is.
from the lake to just out in the ocean, just east of it.
That sounds like a lot of work for 3 people.
Unless you have magic terraforming abilities.
I can
Or
hit the ground really hard.
we sell some tanks, get a lot of money. We sell some tanks, get some money, and we pay people to do it.
and use those tanks
Or-
to dig out the ground.
We take some buddies that may or may not worship me as God and bring their home closer to our home.
Odd.
They could come live in the lake.
Yeah,
The
that
thing
won't,
I saw last time still haunts me every time I close
that
my
won't be a
eyes.
bad choice at all.
I saw
why
him
would that be bad?
bending over that dead body and shitting out eggs.
Putting eggs in people.
So
I could go the rest of my life without seeing that.
well, I apologize you saw that, but that's also how they make more babies. So
How terrible of them. They should find a
Making
different way.
babies.
Babies are gross.
I will agree with you there. But also they just kind of underwent a massacre, kind of a slaughter of their race.
Is there anywhere that you boys would like to go today? I was thinking about traveling to Skotua or Trusk for some iron.
I don't know.
Well,
mean,
theoretically, you guys have to go around to those other cities at some point as well if you have, nothing else to do.
mm,
Has anyone ever been to Brighton?
we will all.
Yes,
we've
we-
been to Brighton.
We started Brighton with
He
that,
didn't.
the Raven Queen city.
Oh, that's hers.
I'm gonna pull up the map. Here actually, I'm going to
Pull up the map.
the map. Mhm. And this and this and that and this there. Just so it's there.
Oh, very kind of you.
I don't know. If we wouldn't have sent Krivaku to the Platinum City, we could have just stopped by there on our way to Skotua. Maybe if you wanted to go to Midrock, then make our way north to Trusk.
We need a boat to be able to get to Trusk.
Well, there's that little ferry that goes
Oh,
back
yeah.
and forth.
Either ways of teleporting to Trusk.
It'd be nice to walk for a while.
I enjoy walks too.
This is strange. We've never had nothing to do.
Free time.
Always been one thing to the next.
Do we want to take some time just to travel to the 4 remaining cities?
Which one first is my question.
I think we start by walking over to Midrock, then we go down to Aldrin, then up to Balkara, through the forest up to Palewind, and then all the way back over to Starask. Maybe if we want to, after Palewind, we can go to Brighton. Roku can see his girlfriend, and we can slay a dragon for that Avery guy.
In 5 days, we have to be back here for the first tank so we can sell it to Pozar.
Actually, they started yesterday at
In
about
4
noon,
days.
and they had a full work day to get the first day done. So now you are on the second day.
In 4 days, we have to be back here to see the tank and also see Pozar.
Necessarily 4 days.
So if you could also leave him a message saying the first tank's almost ready. I don't know, ring him up.
So you want me to contact him saying, come to Sarask in
A week. Giving
A
us
week?
7 days. To test out the tank after it's finished, see if there's any kinks.
Okay. Hello, Chief Posar. We are almost done with the first tank. If you want to come to Sarask in a week, that would be great. 25 words.
Certainly, I can make my way up starting pretty soon here. Am I driving the tank back myself, or do you have someone to do that?
Well, what'd he say?
He said he can do that. He can start. Yeah, he said he can make it in a week. His question though was, is he driving it back, or do we have someone to drive it back for him?
It costs less if he drives it back himself.
Sending. Well, this is our first shipment and wanted you to test drive it. Plus, it's a lot cheaper for you to come.
All right. I'll bring up a couple of my boys. We'll drive it on back. How much did we agree upon?
Since he's the first, we gave Trusk a 5% discount?
Did we agree on 250,000?
250,000, yeah.
So
we gave him a 5% discount.
And we're not gonna charge him to ship it or anything like that. So I say 200.
200,000?
Yeah.
Oh, 200 flat, Tom?
200 flat. Just 200 gold.
200.
Isn't 250,000 for the full thing?
I believe that's what we agreed on.
250,000 is, I believe, the tank, just a vehicle, no upgrades.
So
I think is what we said.
50,000 is what we're saying shipping costs.
No. Discount because he helped us win the factory in no shipping.
20% discount. No, yeah, 20% discount. Which he's saving 50,000 gold.
How much is one tank again?
About 100,000, I believe.
Okay, so we're still making a profit.
So we're making.
How much does it cost each tank to make?
Yeah.
65,136 gold pieces.
Oh, so big profit. Then plus labor and whatever else not.
That's including labor and upkeep.
Oh, so we're making
5,136.
a lot of gold. It's maybe a little bit cheaper.
Yeah, I was thinking we should do 20,000 a tank.
200,000 per tank.
Per tank. And then
if you want some upgrades, 250,000.
Yeah.
So
let's give him
175,000.
That sounds fair, right? That's
yeah. And then I can say like
that's just the tank,
if you,
no weapons
if you want
added.
if you want the whole get up of
They might want
weaponry,
to add
then
weapons
200.
themselves. Who knows?
I'll 200,000 for a tank fully loaded.
Fully loaded.
Well, okay, sorry. When I at work, when we get like a sub that has everything on it, it's a fully loaded sub. So like sending.
I'll right back.
Okay.
Well, normally a tank full price with all weapons or attachments, it would be 250,000. That's okay. 250,000.
Okay.
No, I'm not saying and.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, that checks out.
But you get a discount.
Discount is only one word.
I said a discount.
You get a discount. Yep.
can't say the rest.
You can cast it again.
I'm a severely mumble. 20,000.
I didn't catch that last part there. What was it? You're gonna have to cast the spell again.
Since you saved the factory, a fully loaded tank is 200,000 flat.
We'll take it. Sales.
Now that I wasted 4 spell slots.
Yeah, we're partying.
I no longer have a third level spell slots. I'm down 1/4 level. Wait, if you send it at a higher level, it's not like more words, is it?
No.
It should
That should be
be
a thing. That should be a thing.
How many words do you think should be up?
5.
5 words. Yeah. So
Alright,
like level
cool.
4, 30.
We'll house rule it. Each additional level of sending is 5 more words.
I like that.
Wow.
9th level sending, you get
Why?
You can just
45 words.
talk for years, man. You have a telepathic link.
They actually can't get you to stop talking if you don't want to.
You just can't stop talking.
You're
Is
just
that
on a
canonical?
boss and annoy them to death.
Yeah, okay. You know what? Each additional spell slot above 3rd gives you 5 more words. If you cast it at 9th level, you can continue talking for as long as you want. But you cannot keep talking. If you fall asleep, you lose like on the spell. You can't continue speaking.
So let's say like in 8-hour concentration or something like that. Not concentration. but
8-hour
like an 8-hour
duration.
Yeah.
So
That
what
is
we gotta
fucking
do
weird.
is make this coffee lock.
We find Enoch, right? And I telepathically, I know Enoch. We've talked. So I telepathically link with him, and for 8 hours, don't shut the fuck up.
You just read the B-movie scripts. That's just in that hour.
In
That's
every
3 hours.
language possible. First common, then giant, then elvish, then halfling, then
Oh Jesus.
All right, so we got that sorted out.
so we have a
now?
week.
A week.
A week.
In this week, I want to get Clegane some armor. And then maybe
Think
stop
Midrock might have some forges.
maybe stop in Brighton. And then wherever else, I don't care.
Okay, you have to realize where Brighton is
Look, man, I can
compared
just,
to
I'll
Skotua.
I'll try. I'll try and get us there.
That's fair.
But you could just overshoot and end up drowning us in the ocean.
Well, then I can hit it again.
Well, one of you guys can't drown, no matter how much you want to.
Well, if you get us in the ocean, I can get us to another. I can just throw us on another plane.
Mm-hmm. See, we can try this. See how well it goes.
Question. Teleport if you have something from like that area, and
It's called associated
object.
which means you
Like
are
you-
always on target. You don't even have to roll.
does
you have
Roku
to
have an
break them.
associated object with the queen?
The queen's not an object.
I mean, does he?
Well, it'd be like the same thing as the adamantine block or the ship if we're doing it thinking like that. And no, I do not.
Yeah, you don't share some germs from sharing glasses or anything?
I mean, do
No.
you guys have anything from Brighton? You weren't there very long.
But could I be associated with that associated object?
God damn it. I could have
Not-
had.
I don't think so. I don't think that's how that works.
Anyway, point is, there you go.
I have cigarettes from Trusk, and I have Basilisk from Skotua. A golden grabber from the fish people. Dancing rapier from the waterfront. We can vamp any of those places.
Yeah,
think-
well, we need to go to new places.
Well, are we off to Midrock?
You guys wouldn't know it because it wasn't your group, but there is a teleportation circle in Brighton.
All right, so there's this teleportation
There is.
circle in Brighton, and I just know about it because I'm so smart.
The Cult of
This is
Enoch leader used it to escape when you guys fought him in the sewer.
Oh, Cult of Enoch. I was like, when did we fight Enoch in Brighton?
Anyways,
Can we go to Brighton and get some pies? Tom doesn't know about the pies in Brighton.
I don't think I know about the pies
I
either.
don't.
Is
What
it
are you
cream
talking
pies?
about?
The crazy guy in the sewers. He was telling us pies.
Oh, yeah, that guy.
Oh,
Yes,
he's
that
probably
is true.
dead.
Maybe.
But
And also-
he hides behind the big scary door when the water comes.
Well, we need to hit the other towns too.
What? Yep. Let's see how much we can get done in a week.
And you were talking about walking anyway, so
Yep. Well, we also
Nice.
have a giant bird.
are we taking Cheddar with
No,
us?
I think we should take him, along, and you can leave him out in the forest, like you've been doing.
Do you think any of these places? Okay, have I ever seen a griffin? Yes,
Yes.
I have.
Yeah.
I've
Rick's
ridden on a
griffins.
griffin.
You have.
We all
How
did.
big are griffins in comparison to my boy Cheddar?
Cheddar is fucking ginormous.
Cheddar is huge.
Would
and
I-
he has a fly speed of 50 or 80 feet. A griffin is large and has a fly speed of 80 feet.
Would I be aware at all where griffins live? Like, would I know, like, or like think, like, they live in the mountains, or like,
Do
oh,
I
I
know where
assume they live in
griffins
the
live?
mountains.
Well, we could ask
He
Rick.
would know where griffins
The
live.
fucking
Roll
monster.
a nature check, perhaps. If you want to argue as to why another roll would be better, go ahead. But I think nature, I guess.
Nature's probably like, yeah,
Nature or history? I don't know.
Well, good thing I'm proficient in nature and not history. That's a nice old 17.
You're not entirely positive where they come from, but you have heard of them spawning from that sort of southwest area, that the Aldrin, the that other place that's over there. Give me a second, I forgot. Aldrin and Barkara, that area. You're pretty sure that's where they spawn from what you've heard.
Well,
Because you've never seen one in like the woods, so it's not over there.
if what I've heard about is to be believed, they're owned by Alden and Bakar. Okay, we also need a saddle for Cheddar eventually.
Maybe we can go there, and then, well, Rick had some of his saddles, so if we go there, maybe we can find someone who makes saddles for griffins, and then just ask for a plus size. We need a plus size griffin saddle.
Ours is a full-bodied griffin.
That's not a griffin. Well,
Oh boy,
he's a big bird
he's a big bird.
thing. Bird-like reptile.
The massacre of 1854. That's not a year. That's a silver death count.
So, what do you guys do?
So, mid-rock first.
Rock first.
Do I see Cheddar?
Yeah, he's soaring. He's just doing laps around this area.
We own a guardian and a dragon. Let's go.
We don't own the
Not,
guardian.
not a dragon, and you also don't know the guardian either. You're kind of off a little bit.
Cheddar!
Majestically flying through the skies.
Can you come down here for a second, Cheddar?
This gigantic beast comes hurtling towards you guys, and as he flaps his wings back to sort of reduce his impact, it just pushes you guys. You have to take a step back to recover, but he lands in front of you.
Forward.
and extends his head sort of like and shoves it into your hands.
Yeah, good boy. Can't speak with animals. We're gonna go on a little bit
This
of a
landscape is beautiful.
and we're gonna go on a little bit of a trip so we can see more of it.
Perfect. Can you all fly on my back? I'll take you.
Can you carry all of us?
Maybe. He's kind of small. Sweetie, you just see the bird squawking and it points at you with its talon.
You guys want to fly on Shutter?
Can he carry us?
I got my cloud.
How fast is your cloud?
30 feet.
We're like, boom. He's like,
But it's a majestic ride.
Can you dash on your cloud?
Can I dash on
Yes,
my cloud?
you can dash on your cloud.
Then a lot more.
Well,
60 feet, but you have to like kind of like kneel down and like, you know.
Can Clegane ride on it as well?
No, it is not big enough to carry Clegane.
You-
Sad.
you mash Clegane with the staff. So then when you break the staff, Clegane is now
It's
like
a
a cloud. It's
a
a
cloud
cloud
by
gain.
him.
And you just
you know what we need? What's the material components for Awaken? We need like
an ornate
least- at least 2 of those.
It's like a 1,000 gold piece gem of some kind.
I think it's only like
Yeah.
50,000.
Yeah, you guys
Also-
you can look for that around if you would like.
I have an amulet from a long time ago that was just like it was the chest that also I think I found like a scroll from. No.
I'm gonna need you to tell me where exactly this
You-
was at, or I may not be
I-
able to know.
If we want to talk about
Like
stuff
I know
you
for a fact
forgot
I have an
about,
amulet.
you have
Like
2
I've
diamonds.
had this thing written down. No, we have 2 diamond dust vials.
No, you have
I know-
2 diamonds
We
from
have 2
way
diamonds?
back when we raided the Vecna Temple. You hid them.
Oh my god.
Like
Oh yeah, when he
The
went
amu-
off on his own.
Yeah. Back when he was more shady.
oh yeah, no, I did find those that was like in the pile of sand.
It was in the ritual room.
And-
yeah.
Garrick, it's only a 1,000 gold point gem.
Perfect.
We just need to find 2 of those.
Wait,
We
what
can-
what kind of gem is it?
An agate.
A gate.
Agate.
An agate.
Agate? I don't know what it is.
I'm fairly certain they're gates.
I gotta look it up.
Alright, we just need to find 2 1,000 gold piece agates. And
Oh,
we
they're
can awaken.
weird. Like, okay, I've seen these before.
We can awaken Cheddar and Rose. Now talking.
Rose.
Oh yeah,
What about Clegane?
Clegane's is Clegane considered an animal or construct?
Animal. He's more important. He is the most.
We can awaken a tank.
Nope.
No,
Nope,
Does it have to be a
cannot.
creature?
Yes.
that's really a plant or an
Damn.
animal.
Plant or an animal.
What's the thing? True polymorph. That's what it is.
You could true
Never mind.
polymorph a tank into a person at at a 9th level spell. Yes, you can.
I mean, but none of us can learn 9th level spells.
That would be a fantastic person NPC. Oh my god.
But you see the problem here, none of us can learn 9th level spells.
Why not?
Because we took like 4 levels and
Oh
Paladin.
yeah, you can't get 9th level spells.
and me and Roku are half casters.
Wow, that is unfortunate. No true
But
polymorphs for you.
We have wish on that boy, and we have a minor wish spell that I just have to resurrect soon.
Speaking of awakening, we also need someone who can cast it. Sweetie.
I've been thinking about it.
Well, this is an out of character thing. In character, Holy doesn't know the shit about awaken.
Oh no, I've definitely been like next level up. I'm taking awaken. That's a thing.
Good. That'll be fun. We just need to find-
Where are we going, by the way? You guys
Could we have taken off?
Yeah, certainly.
Well, we're
doing this.
Who's how are you people riding?
I'm
I'm
piloting.
doing Nimbus, doing my best to keep up.
I'm I'm like in front of Hogar, like you know how like on a 4-wheeler, like the
child
little
would
kids in
sit.
front of the.
And he's like,
adult.
And we're trying to I asked you to fly a little slower so Rogan can keep up.
I'll try. I'm pretty fast.
So Mid Rock is, it's like in the mountains, right?
Yes.
I pull out a map and
It's
say,
a huge mountain range in the middle.
So there's gonna be a huge mountain range you're gonna see, and you want to fly towards that.
All right. I need you to roll an animal handling check, Hogar, as you don't have any sort of bridling.
I have wall stick shoes, a wall stick cloak.
Okay. Yes.
I know.
Yeah, Sweetie does not.
You know, that's a 22 or 21. My bad.
With the beast speech, especially, you can communicate so openly to Cheddar, and you guys have kind of bonded a lot. Like it's not this weird amorous connection you have with Nightshade, where it's like kind of scared of you because like it's not, it's not as entirely hostile as Nightshade is. Nightshade is like built to be a predator. Quetzalcoatlus, where he comes from, are just kind of like pigeons. Like they can kind of just beg every once in a while. They're not dangerous animals.
I'm also
Oh.
talking to Rose too. 'Cause
Yeah.
I can see both plants and animals at the same time.
Okay. Wow. The world is so beautiful from up here.
Falls out of back.
Oh God, I can feel myself slowly slowly wilting. I need you to blossom me very soon.
All right, Druid Craft blossom it.
And as you do so, another rose completely blooms out of her, like out of the stem. Wow, this is my own creation. It's like a child. What should I name it?
Also Rose.
That's beautiful. And the rose continues to look at the landscape below it as you guys fly. Yeah, so now we have this amazing scene of Hogar surfing on a cloud as the two fly on a giant dinosaur, or sorry, Roku, as Hogar and Sweetie, the other two, fly on a giant dinosaur who's and just flapping through the air.
With a tiny rosebud.
With a tiny rosebud he's speaking to. Sweetie, you're kind of like
I'm on a dinosaur.
Hogar.
Hogar is speaking dinosaur
Except-
and plant.
And you guys just fly and realize like you don't have to worry about encounters on the ground. There's nothing like stalking you in the trees. Like you can see everything from up here. You look upon the horizons and just see the curvature of the earth because you can just see out so far. And like that, you fly for a extended period of time throughout the day. Does anybody have anything they'd like to do as they fly?
Ooh, no. just like hold on to Cheddar with the tentacle. No.
Don't do that. Don't. What did you? I'm not doing two. What you into the tattoo?
Resurrection rod.
Oh wait.
You just weren't gonna tell anybody that? You're just gonna keep that to yourself?
So, Sweetie.
You look at the Zumol's body in your bag and you're just like...
Well, it regains charges when I'm not tuned to it, right?
Yeah.
Like, okay, so yeah, I still have one more charge I need, I think.
No, you got it back.
4 out of 5. I am at 5 out of 5?
Yeah, you guys just yesterday, you just, there you go. You have 5 out of 5 now.
Gotcha.
We really need to revive Zumol sometime.
We'll do it when we get back home.
Oh,
Just
so it's just like a
wait a
day, right? It's been a week.
Oh my God.
Hey, time works differently on this plane.
It's been a busy ass week. You know?
Yes, it has. All right.
Through the sky.
You guys are soaring
Watalus.
through the sky. And as you do so, the winds start to pick up. The sky begins to get dark, and rain starts to hit you guys. As you guys realize you are sort of in the storm, but not an aggressive one. You soar through just delicate raindrops that collapse around you, and you take this time to just basically, you guys just shower yourselves of any filth you guys have. You sort of relax and just, you can travel great distances and you don't have to physically exhaust yourself. You appreciate the free time that you are given. And after traveling throughout the entirety of the day, finally, as night falls, you look upon the horizon. You see a great outline of a mountain, and atop it, a large serpentine skeleton that spreads itself from one end of this range to the other.
Mm. So, Shadow, is there like a small part where he can land that's a little bit away from the city?
Well, you guys actually, as you look at it now, would you roll me perception checks? Anyone who would like to?
All right. That's pretty good, you know. It's 19.
11.
Roku, do you do anything?
Oh, yeah, I got 9.
Good job, buddy. Good job.
Thanks.
So,
Clouds be bright.
Hogar, of course, you are the one to see. There are many mansions that are built on top of these snow-capped mountains. You have giant estates built between the ribs of the serpent creature, all with like the lights glowing through the windows as if to show that people are there in the residences. But you currently don't know where the entrance of the city is. You can't see from here. Presumably, this isn't the city. It looks to be a bunch of houses.
Is it like a forest by the foot of the mountain?
Yes, by the foot of the mountain, yes.
Shadow, can you take us down there?
You swoop down to the foot of the mountains, where there is no sign of life, as opposed to the top where there is several buildings all set up.
Have some fun flying around here, bud. I say as they get off.
And he
help
certainly
Sweetie off
does as he
before he takes off.
as Sweetie starts to take off. And Sweetie's leg is caught, and he does like a spin as he lands.
Hey, Eric. If we awaken these guys, can they take psychic levels?
I was talking about that with Clegane, with Tom yesterday. Theoretically, yes, they could.
Because it's the warrior, the expert, and the spellcaster.
Also, another thing, they're the average of all our levels, so they would immediately be like
The average
like,
of all our levels.
It's
like level 12.
that they become the average of the party's level. If you're gonna awaken Cheddar, Rose, and Clegane, then maybe I'll lower their levels a little bit, but
Dude, that'd be so badass.
We do Clegane level 12. We also do Cheddar. Well, now both of them are level 10. And Rose, okay, they're all level 8.
yeah, basically, yeah.
Cheddar and Clegane, probably warriors. Rose, spellcaster.
Yeah, maybe she'll be like a druid or something. We'll have to see. As you guys land at the foothills of this mountain, you see nothing to show signs of a civilization.
Rose is just a pocket medic.
Is there like a path into the mountains?
Everybody roll perception checks or investigation checks if you'd like to examine closer.
Is it perception or investigation?
12.
17.
19. Wait, I have a plus. Last time we did a perception check, I fucked up. My 5 looks like a 3 on perception.
Yeah, even as you surely examine everything, you can't seem to find an entrance or anywhere, or even signs of life at the foothills of this mountain.
That's strange.
Well,
We need to find a way inside. Is there a path up the mountain?
Yeah, there's a bit of a sort of wandering passageway that leads up to the top.
Let's go.
And
Let's
that you
go.
do. As you wander up atop the mountains, you move, and it takes several hours of moving. A lot easier of a task now that you didn't have to walk here in the first place, and you have your energy held at reserve. But this journey goes deep into the night, and eventually, the mountain path comes to a close. As you hug the side of the mountain, it's like for those of you, it's like the Modern Warfare 2 mission where you're like climbing with the ice picks and you're like scraping the very, very side of that mountain. You're just staring down at oblivion. Finally, upon the mountain wall in this gold sort of runic writing, does anybody here, what languages do you guys all understand?
Common, Sylvan, Elvish, Deep
All of
Sea,
them.
Sweetie,
Orcish,
you
Infernal.
understand. You read the dwarvish writing, and with it, it says, "Press here to enter."
Boop.
What do you touch?
Here.
Where is here? It's just up against the stone part of the wall.
Is there a stone shifted outwards or shifted inwards weirdly?
There doesn't look to be. You can roll an investigation check to see.
No, that was a 2. Okay.
Yeah, no, you can't quite see anything.
I take a step back to examine more of a bigger picture.
You cannot take a step back as you are hugging the side of a cliff.
I take a step back.
What did it say,
Oh.
sweetie?
Press here.
I pressed the sign.
And you go to the second word, the translation of here, and you think it inwards.
Why wouldn't you press here? If it says press here, then
Well, I thought I did, but
The entire stone wall in front of you disappears and slants inward as the ledge you guys are standing on becomes inclined. As Sweetie, Roku, you guys start to tumble down this naturally occurring rock slide. Hogar, you stick. So you can wish to walk down at a regular pace if you want.
I walk down.
You sort of like run behind them. Roku, Sweetie, you guys sort of start shifting and turning on this huge stone slide. It's giving like you basically rug burn, but with rocks as it scrapes against your feet and your ass as you slide all the way down. Finally, you get out and land, and Hogar, eventually you run, and you guys see the middle of these mountains completely hollowed out as they are filled with beautiful stone architecture, masonry of which you haven't seen the likes of. These grand marble staircases differentiate the elevation of this entire place. As you see, there are even skylights that are open up to the top of the mountains that are not covered with snow. This place absolutely dwarfs you in size, and you feel insignificant just looking at the amount of architecture that you see around you. And as you sort of like start to look around, there are many dwarves walking by, and one looks at you and goes, we got newcomers, and it sort of like echoes, newcomers, and you just hear here, like echoed as well, as it seems to be this weird communal hive of dwarves living in these chambers.
8.
Well, what's first?
Is there still a dwarf like next to us?
He just he didn't stay there. Like he just looked at you and yelled and kept walking on his merry way.
I would like to approach like the nearest gathering of them, or like bar, or
Yeah,
like,
you look around. There, any of these buildings could be a bar. I mean, every building looks insanely intricate and detailed and made of this intensely carved marble. Any building could be a bar, any building could be a house, any building could be the Capitol building. They all look exactly the same as they swirl their way upwards. Yeah.
So I was reading the psychic rules. Has to be a CR1 or lower. Cheddar is a CR2.
That is unfortunate. And I don't know about lions. I feel like they're a CR.
CR1.
Something.
aren't they CR1?
I don't know. I feel like they're
Like an early
CR.
level. Mine's a CR1.
Oh, so it's CR1 or lower.
Yeah.
So unfortunately,
There's only 2. Come on.
perhaps you can find someone to manipulate the spell. Perhaps Sweetie can attempt to change it.
Greater awaken.
Perhaps you, but that would require more arcane studies that you guys do not have on your own.
Well, you want to know where we are? Mining towns. I'm sure they sell gems here somewhere.
As you guys walk out, you see this fence post that circles this huge swirling city that extends downward, and it's just like the drop off of this thing is astronomical, hundreds of feet downward, so much so that you see only darkness as you look down. It just extends so far out.
Well,
Wow. This will be fun to explore.
I suppose. I don't
How
know where
long-
to start.
How long do we want to stay here?
We have a week of free time. So it really depends on you guys how long.
Oh, yes, at the stuff you're done.
I want to find an armorer. And then need to talk to the town's leader, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Leaders, there are 2 here.
There you go. There's our agenda. Anything else is free time.
No, we don't know who
Yeah.
the leader is here.
This wasn't it the Duke and Duchess?
Balkara.
Bingo.
We don't know the leader of the Platinum City or Midrock.
We don't
Balkara
know.
has Lord and Lady Duragon.
We can
Wow.
ask.
So
We'll
proud.
have to ask around for the leader then.
Yeah.
So Sweetie, as you you run down this marble staircase, just a smaller one, leading you down to the next level, and you see a group of these dwarvish men talking to one another. As you run up, they look over and you hear just Ashkenardi morn, and they all start laughing as they talk in dwarvish about you. You confused little one. He keeps staring. Oh, he probably can't understand us. Shit, do you know Goblin? I do. And he starts like coughing at you in a goblinoid language, which you also understand. And he says, "Are you lost?"
In common.
Hmm.
Hello. Let's get that off for starters.
Oh.
No, I'm not lost. No, I'm not staring to be rude.
Hey, that's kind of racist that you started to talk to him in Goblin. He doesn't even look that goblinoid.
Thank you, halfling. But
Exactly.
father, sorry, was a goblin. Anyways, hi, we're from Con V. We're here to basically get all the leaders from all the towns together to form like this equal alliance thing. And we're stopping by Midrock to see if you guys are down.
I'm not a politician. I'm but a miner. We can't help you. If you want to talk to Skagrim, Lord Hammercrest, he's in the mountains. The head of the snake. There's a big castle underneath it. That's where he lives.
Thank you. That's what I was asking for. Also, before I bid thee farewell,
Hey, look at the big fucking brains on this guy.
you guys said you're miners. I'm guessing you guys sell like gems or agates.
No, by minors I meant we're under 18. No, I kid. That one was good. Hey, this one. Hey, I hope we made up for being a little racist. All right,
You're okay.
Agates, yes, they're a very
Okay,
common mineral.
We were wondering about them for some magical stuff. Also, I have a friend who's looking for like an armory. Guys have one of those around here?
You'd have to talk to, if you want weapons, you'd talk to Jim. Jim's the man around here. He's a couple levels below, probably 2 or 3 levels below us at the moment.
Well, thank you guys for the information. Have a good rest of your. I look up through one of the sky, or if I can see a skylight.
Storm.
Rest of your day.
Rest of your rainstorm.
All right, why don't you get lost, you little freak? We're just messing with you, boy. Come here. And he puts you in a headlock and starts to give your greasy hair. Oh, it's time to change that oil.
Oh.
As I stand up and just kind of like give like a ha 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 ha.
As you start to walk away, they look over at you and they start mumbling to themselves in Dwarvish as well. If you would like to listen in, your helmet is still active.
Yes, I would like to listen.
Listen, I'm just gonna say it. Say what you will about the goblinoid community. Some of the best workers I ever saw in my life. Yep. Listen, I'm just gonna say what we're all thinking here. Respectable damn people with a nice culture. I know we were all thinking it. I just said it, and everyone's like, "That's what I tell you. That's right." And they all start walking on their way.
Real good things to mumble to each other about.
Yeah, they start mumbling. I'm like, they're guys. They're racist.
Goblins are fucking great. Amen
Goblins
to that.
love those guys.
Yeah, they a very strange breed here in Midrock, but nice, I guess, nonetheless.
It's weird because we haven't had like a nice city, a nice like town area.
With that, you guys, I mean, the entrance to their city was a big slide, if that gives you any indication. And with that, you guys venture up through the winding tunnels. Isn't quite the word, because that sort of seems like a mine shaft. These are big, expansive, open. You can see from one end of the city to the other because it's just so open.
Caverns.
But it's so weird to think you're underground in these caverns, basically. And with that, you climb up through a skylight in the ceiling towards the southern edge of town, and you see as you are lower, this massive skeleton, which is bigger than anything you've ever seen. You stand at the base of one of its ribs and you stare up in it. It must be the size of Sarask in height, the entire temple itself. And you look further on and you see that giant fortified castle structure of Skagrim Hammercrest. And that is where we will pick up next week as you attempt to negotiate with some dwarven politicians.